Welcome back to another cleaning video. In today's video, I'm going to be doing some deep cleaning. As you can see from these clips here, why is it that the silverware drawer always gets so disgusting, or is it just me? You guys will have to let me know in the comments. I'm also doing a mini Christmas haul, just some things that I got my kids for Christmas so far this year, and I am rolling out the Christmas decor starting in the kiddos rooms. They were so excited. They love this time of year, so while they were at school, I put their Christmas bedding on to surprise them. But yeah, I went ahead and got a little head start on Christmas decorating, and I will be starting with the main floor of the house soon. But anyways, if you guys need some real life cleaning motivation, then I definitely have got you covered in this video. So definitely stay tuned. And hey, if you're new and you haven't subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button. I would love to have you. Don't forget to leave me a thumbs up, hype this video if it gives you the option, and let's go ahead and get started. Welcome back. So here is a before of our silverware drawer. You guys have seen me clean this drawer out many times. It gets like this within a month. It's back to this. Why is it like that? I know that my kids will cut their popsicle tops off over the drawer and then just leave the popsicle tops in there, as you can see. But like, what is all of this? Because we're putting clean dishes back into this drawer. Why does it get like this? But let this be a little reminder for you to clean out your silverware drawer today, because sometimes we need a little reminder. Sometimes I feel like my house is clean after I've done like a deep clean, and I'm like, I need to clean something, but I feel like everything's clean. I can't think of anything. But there's little things like this that you don't realize, that maybe it looks clean just at a glance, but really it does need a deep clean. So you guys can let me know some things in the comments that you think that I might need a deep clean that I'm not thinking about. Help a girl out, because I feel like my brain has not been fully working these last few months, mostly this whole year, to be honest. But yeah, I just feel like I can't think of a space to declutter or to deep clean. Maybe I can. Maybe that's a lie. I feel like there's probably a couple things that I know could be deep cleaned, but I don't want to do it. But yeah, like my tile shower, probably. I clean my tile shower while I'm in it. That's just how I clean it. That's why I don't show you guys, because I'm always in the shower cleaning. But it could probably use like a take everything out really deep clean. But I have just been putting off because it is not my favorite thing to clean a tile shower. They're pretty, but they suck, to be honest. If I had to do it, I would not put tile in my shower unless it was like some super easy to clean, somehow magically had no grout or something, because grout is the worst. It gets so dirty so fast and it's so hard to clean. But anyways, I'm just going to throw all of these things in the sink really quick, put some Dawn Power Wash, some super duper hot water, like on high power, pressure wash these bad boys, rinse them, dry them, and put everything back in. I also kind of went through these things as I was putting them back in to declutter a little bit. I got rid of some baby spoons. Always makes me so sad, but he's still using the little like toddler plasticware, but there were some like little baby spoons from when he was eating baby food. So I'm going to donate those. And why is it that we are missing all of our small forks? You know how you have like the medium-ish large spoons, and then the small spoons, and then the large forks and the small forks. All of our small forks are missing, and we only have a couple small spoons. I don't know where they went. Nobody will admit it. I know my husband takes silverware to work, and my daughter takes silverware to school for lunch. He only uses big forks, so I can confidently say it's not him, and she swears it's not her, but where else have they gone? Because I don't use small forks either, and I don't pack a lunch because I'm a stay-at-home mom. So where have they gone? It always makes me think of that song, Where Have All the Cowboys Gone? But for my forks, where have all my small forks gone? And also, look how disgusting this is. Like, what even is that? It is a mystery. Why are there, like, somebody is putting dirty stuff in here. Somebody, aka my middle daughter, who is in charge of dishes now. What I want to know is, this is so random, you guys, but I updated my iPhone to the new iOS, the iOS 26, and it is so glitchy. And I have an iPhone 14, so I'm a little behind the times. I'm not, I don't even have the last latest phone. So I know that's part of the problem, but my volume, like, it, like ringing and like text tones and things like that, my volume will be on full blast and it will not be on silent, and I will have to turn my phone completely off and back on for that to work constantly. And then just right now I'm noticing, so when I am doing a voiceover, I always put my phone on do not disturb, and it also makes my computer that I'm working on go on do not disturb. That way if somebody calls or somebody texts me while I'm doing a voiceover, it doesn't interrupt me. And I have it currently on do not disturb, and all of my notifications are coming through. So if you do hear something, I'm not even going to edit it out because it's just too much work. I don't know what is wrong. I don't know why it is not cooperating. That is so annoying. And it's also just so glitchy and slow. And I need to update, or upgrade rather. I usually upgrade my phone every 2 years, but the way that Verizon has done it lately is like every 3 years. So I'm right at that 3-year mark. Here in December will be my 3rd year that I've had this phone, which I think is fair to get a new phone every 3 years. But that being said, last year when they came out with the 16, the 16, I loved the gold and I was so jealous, but I was like, no, I'm going to wait. And I waited, and now they bring out the 17. And what is this? What is this navy blue and this copper orange? What is that? Because I always get the Pro Max, so the biggest one and the Pro, because I need the Pro camera. I need the better battery. I enjoy the bigger screen. So that's the biggest, most expensive one you can get. And why is it for those that you get the most limited amount of colors? But why? Why, Apple? I know a lot of people are upset about it. If you are in the minority that love the colors, I'm happy for you, but I feel like they should give us more. Like, they should have included the blue and the orange if they had wanted, but also include some gold, pink, like, I don't know, a mint, a coral, anything at all. But what the heck? So my options are orange, navy blue, or silver. So I'm probably gonna get the silver. I'm not happy about it, but I just feel like I can't keep my phone for another year. I was gonna try and hold out, but it doesn't look like I'm gonna be able to do that. All right, these are some Christmas presents. I'm just gonna go through really quick to give you some ideas, just because I'm taking them out of the box now. This is a car set for Hank. It's an advent calendar. 2 advent calendars for my kids every year. And this one's for Kinsley. It's a slime one, so that starting December 1st, every day she'll get to open this and she'll get a different slime. Unfortunately, it does not show the different ones on the back. This is just a puzzle he was putting together. It came with this set of 4, and it comes in in his room on his dresser. You guys will see I have puzzles and they're stacked. This was part of that. But he loves puzzles so much. He will sit and do puzzles for hours. So I got him this set for Christmas, and it just has, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different ones in here. And these are the ones. And that kind of shows you the difficulty level. That's about right where he's at. I think that's perfect. I was going to say he might be a little bit above that, and he can do a little bit harder than that. He helped his sister do a 1,000-piece puzzle, and he loved it. But this is about perfect because he can do it completely on his own. So anyways, I got that for him. He's 4. And then, against my better judgment, I got this for my 10-year-old. She loves doing slime. So this is a slime kit, and it comes with all of these different things. I'll try and remember to link these things in the description. If I forget, feel free to remind me. And then this is a little flexible racetrack thing that you can suction cup and then run it and ramp your cars. I don't know. I think it's going to be fun. I think he's going to like it. This is a little alarm clock that projects onto the ceiling, and I got her gold. I don't know why it's showing black. Hopefully it's actually gold. Let's take a peek really quick. Hold, please. Yeah, it's gold. So that's cute for she'll be 11 at Christmas time. Okay, and this is a little game for my 4-year-old, and comes with these, well, I guess that's just one pouch to keep it all in, which I love when things come with an organizing pouch or case. But basically, these are wooden, and it comes with these little pegs, and it helps teach them to count. So for this one, flips it over, he can count. There's 10 owls. He can flip it over, and then he can put the pegs in there and count as he goes. So it's just like to teach them to count, but also like a little fine motor skills activity. I got this cherry syrup for Kinsley because she loves making dirty sodas and she's been begging for cherry. So I got a big old bottle of that. So this just came like this. It didn't even come in a box. So I'm not sure how this works because there's no instructions, but on the listing, it was like a parachute guy. So I don't know if you just throw him up in the air and he parachutes down. I was assuming he shot out of something, but we're gonna have to figure that out. Okay, and what are these things? I do not even know because they are completely unmarked. Oh, I know what these are. These are their neon signs that I ordered for them. I'm so excited. Let's plug this one in. Let's see. Yeah, let's plug it in really quick. All right, let's see. Wait, why did it just flash like that? That's not good. Okay, shoo, crisis averted. I thought I was gonna have to return this thing. I just moved it over here. Something about that plug, but it's just a neon light. Let's see, what do these buttons do? Oh, it dims it, and that brightens it. Ah, okay, so obviously that one's for Bubba. All right, this one's Kinsley's. It says my happy place. This is my happy place. Look how cute. And I believe you can dim it too. Yay! As you can see, I have gotten a head start on Christmas presents. I also have another set of Christmas presents up, put away, but I've just kind of been going in like little sections, groups, whatever, intervals, whatever. Just purchasing things kind of as I go. But anyways, this is actually really good for me. Last year, I was pretty much done at this point, and I remember just feeling like I was able to enjoy the holidays so much more. Because in the past, I've always waited till the very, very last minute. Like I'm talking like after Thanksgiving and in December. And while I am still waiting for Black Friday and Cyber Monday to get a few things, I've gotten a big portion of my Christmas shopping done, including stocking stuffers. So I'm really relieved to have that done. I just feel like it helps me enjoy the holidays so much more when I don't have that pressure at the end. Like I want to be done and be able to just enjoy like going to see Christmas lights and watching Christmas movies and baking cookies and going to the Christmas programs at school and all of the fun things, and not have like on the back of my mind worried about still having to buy Christmas presents. So anyways, I'm well on my way to being done with that, and I'm feeling really good about everything that I've gotten everybody. So let me know if you have gotten your Christmas shopping done yet for the year. If you just heard that, that was Bailey shaking. Hi, baby girl. Yeah, she's doing a big stretch right now. And I have my heated blanket on me, which, by the way, that's a great gift idea. If you're looking for a gift idea, that would be great for pretty much anybody if you live in a cold climate, even kids. I got this last year when my husband was deployed and I knew I'd be spending the winter without somebody to snuggle up next to. And it's one of the best purchases I've ever made. I love it. And I actually have it in an extension cord plugged in and ran over to my desk, and I'm covered up in it. And let me see if he's still there. Yep, I was feeling with my foot. I wish I could show you guys. I'll take a picture and add it on the screen here. But my sweet Tucker boy is laying underneath of my desk on top of where the heated blanket is like laying on the floor. Normally he's either laying in my office chair or he's laying in my lap. So there's my phone. See, I told you, I don't know why it's doing this. Maybe I need to try silent. I'm going to turn it on silent. Does that help? It is on silent. No, there. Okay. I put it on silent. Maybe that will help. But anyways, also I was totally struggling with that duvet cover. You guys will see that in the behind the scenes. So make sure you stay tuned for that, because that is the real life version of how that went. But anyways, I know for a fact that he's laying on the heated blanket for the heated blanket because he never lays at my feet when I'm working at my computer. So it's so cute. He loves it. And I'll carry it with me everywhere. When I'm sitting on the couch, I plug it in. When I go to bed, I plug it in. I love it. It has a timer, it has different heat settings. So there's a gift idea. If you're struggling, if there's someone in your life you're struggling, whether it be a coworker, a grandparent, a child, a friend, a neighbor, a heated blanket is the way to go. And I would just check Amazon. They have a bunch of really, really cute ones. Okay, so update on my lifetime. So, on my lifetime? That sounds wrong. Update on my life. It's time to update on my life. This is not a Lifetime movie. It feels like it sometimes, to be honest. But anyways, here is a small update on my life and what has been going on. You guys know that I am pretty private. I keep a lot of things to myself, and I'm going to continue to keep it that way. But I do have a lot going on, and I've been saying that a lot, and I'm not trying to gatekeep or be like weird, but I've had some health things going on. I've been dealing with that. And then my mom was actually recently diagnosed with cancer. So I've been dealing with that. That part felt like the world just kind of stopped, and we were living in this it was like, I don't know how to explain it. If you've ever had something like that happen, you can understand, but it was just like life paused, and we were in this hellish waiting period of just, okay, what is the outlook here? What is the prognosis? What is the diagnosis? What's going to happen? What does life look like? All of these things. And so that has been crazy, but she is doing well, and she has started her chemo. I've been I've been up to Indiana. I always try to say that right. We're in Tennessee. We went up to Indiana, and I got to visit with her, and she's in good spirits and being really positive, and for that I'm thankful. And also, she has a great, great, great team of nurses and doctors. The oncology cancer center that she goes to is phenomenal. She was just fitted for her wig last week, and today she got it. She just sent me a picture actually, and it looks amazing. And they actually got her one that looks so similar to what her actual hair looks like. Actually, it even looks a little bit better. And so I thought that was wonderful. And they even had a grant that paid for it. So she has been getting the absolute royal treatment there, which of course makes my sister and I feel, a lot more comfortable just knowing that she's in good hands. I really trust the medical team. And I have I have a problem trusting people in the medical field just from my experience. So that's a huge thing for me. But my sister does live there, and she is a nurse as well. So I'm thankful for that, because she's able to be right there and take care of mom and update me regularly and all of the things. But I do have that going on. So obviously you can, tell that is a lot. And okay, so this is the part that I know you guys want to hear. So long story short, I'm stretching, by the way. Long story short, earlier this year, I announced that we were moving to Indiana, which I've been talking about that for a couple of years because that's been the plan. My husband's in the military. When he retires, we are going to move. We were never going to stay in this house forever. We went back and forth for a very long time between, because really we can go anywhere. We have nothing holding us anywhere once he retires. But we had talked about going to Indiana, which is where we're from. We've talked about staying, which is really what I wanted to do. I love Tennessee. It's home for me. I've been here since I was 19 years old. So I've raised all my babies here. This is my life here. And I love Tennessee. I just have a special place in my heart for the South and for Tennessee in particular. It's beautiful, all the things. But ultimately, we had decided to move to Indiana. And we were building a house, and I had picked out everything in that house. I had designed every single corner of that house. I had spent a year doing that, working closely with the builder. It was an exciting time, and we were 1 week from breaking ground, and they backed out of the build. And I am not allowed to discuss publicly what happened. We had to sign, it wasn't an NDA, it wasn't that serious, but we did have to sign some type of a non-disclosure agreement stating that I wouldn't speak publicly on what happened. So I can't do that. But it was not fun, and it took us very much by surprise and shock, and I cried for a week straight. But that being said, I truly feel, and my husband too, we very, very much truly feel that that happened for a reason, because straight after that, some other things happened that were like a huge sign to us that this was meant to be. And ultimately, when that happened, we decided that Indiana was not for us. And so we decided to stay in Tennessee, which of course I was really excited about. And my husband, I think, was never against Tennessee. He just, like, if you had to pick one or two, Indiana would have been number one for him. But after everything happened the way that it did, he is 100% on board for Tennessee too. So although I am not excited about all the things that led up to this, I wish they hadn't had happened, but at the same time I'm thankful they did, because I feel like they guided us to where we were supposed to be. Because that being said, we are staying in Tennessee. We are moving from this house in the summertime, because we're waiting for our kids to finish school. I'm not gonna pick them up in the middle of school. My oldest graduates; she's a senior, and then my middle daughter will be going into middle school, and then Hank will be going into kindergarten. So we are going to move once school is out. But that being said, we've already made steps to move towards that. And I don't want to say a whole lot just yet until everything is completely final, just because last time I feel like I spoke too soon, and I wish that I wouldn't have, because now I'm having to go back and explain this, and that sucks. But let's just say that we are really, really excited about this next chapter. We have found something that feels like a dream come true, and that was meant for us, and is so much better, so much better than what we were gonna do. And I'm very, very, very excited to share it with you guys, and I will be sharing it with you as soon as it is finalized. So be on the lookout for that. I will post on Instagram as well, just so you know and you don't miss it, because I know it can be easy to miss things. So make sure you're following me on Instagram. I will post there as well as here. Don't worry. And I will be letting you guys in on all of that. But I just need a couple more weeks. We are in the final stretch to make sure everything is completely final, and then I will share it with you. So just be patient with me. But we have a lot of exciting things coming in the future, a lot of exciting things coming for this channel. So definitely make sure you're subscribed, make sure you have the notifications turned on, make sure you're checking for my videos so you don't miss that stuff. But I'll try to make it apparent for you guys, like in titles and thumbnails, things like that. I won't like hide it in there so you guys don't miss. But anyways, that's pretty much the update on our life. I've had so much going on, some good, some bad. But it's all going. I'm alive, right? And I've woken up to see another day. So ultimately, everything is good. I feel like I'm in a spot now where I can breathe, and I just got to finish up the rest of this year. 2025 has been kind of a rough year for our family, so I'm really hoping that 2026 is a much better year for us. Also, I'm using this Mississippi Candle Co. cleaner in the Merry Christmas, and in case you've ever wondered about those, they're so good. They are very strong though, so if you are sensitive to scents, do not purchase them. I would completely steer clear of them, because they are very strong, which is a positive and a negative. But anyways, my favorite one is the Soul something. I cannot remember what it's called, but it's always out of stock, probably because it's everyone's favorite. But I got a fall one and a Christmas one. The Christmas one smells exactly like what you think Christmas would smell like think like pine. I don't know how to describe it. But what I want to say about them is that they smell like you have a candle lit in your house when you don't. So the scent lingers for a couple of days. So if you clean a bathroom, for example, with this, the bathroom's going to smell like it for at least 2 days. That's why I like them. So I'll typically clean like with an actual, like, for example, in the kitchen, I'll clean with my hypochlorous acid and disinfect everything. And then if I want it to smell nice, I can go in after and just wipe down the counters with that, and it'll smell like that all day. And I like that. That's awesome. So it is a good cleaner. It's non-toxic, and it's a small business. And I like them. I think that they're really good. I don't love the way that it works on like my daughter's bedroom furniture for some reason. So I did switch it up when I was dusting in there. but I love it for countertops, for coffee tables, desk, like pretty much anything. Stair rails, doors, cleaning your doors with it would make your, like, if you really wanted to make your house smell really good, I would buy a bottle of it and go clean all the doors in your house. Oh, amazing. But yeah, anyways, it's really good. And did you see all that stuff I got out of the corner of this kid's room? So she has been shoving things in that corner and then putting that gigantic teddy bear on it to hide it from me. And if you see that face I just made, because that basket was full of stuff that I found in that corner. So you guys, I've talked about my basket system before, but in case you missed it, when I go into my kids' room like this, well, not my 4-year-olds, but my older child's room, I will deep clean, I will change bedding, I will wipe baseboards, ceiling fans, vacuum, that sort of thing. But I will not clean up and declutter their toys because I did not make that mess. So I bring a basket in and I put everything that is out of place in that basket. And when she gets home from school, that's her job to go put everything up where it goes. And when I was done with this, I had 2 baskets full, like overflowing of crap that I found under her bed, in that corner, laying on her chair, just everywhere. So I was like, no, ma'am. But that is a perfect system. It helps me so much, and I recommend it to everyone. And you can see her room is clean, but it still looks very cluttered. The girl loves her stuffed animals. I try to let her have her room the way that she wants to have it, but I won't lie, it gives me anxiety. We are about to go through her things and get rid of a bunch of stuff though, because I've had about all I can take. And there's a bunch of stuff she never even touches. It's about to be Christmas time, so she's about to get even more stuff. And we are going to start packing and start moving our stuff soon. So we are going to go through and get rid of at least half of the stuff in her room so that once we have this house on the market and we're showing it, it's a lot easier to clean too, because any room in your house is going to be so much easier to clean when you have less stuff. And visual clutter, not is visual mental, but visual clutter is mental clutter. So that, what I mean by that is if you have a cluttered room or you live in a cluttered space, your mental well-being will be cluttered. Like you will never feel at peace or like you can relax. You will even be depressed. So keep that in mind. Declutter, clean, you will feel better mentally. I promise you. I don't know if it's scientific, but I know that it is a fact. So today is actually our oldest 18th birthday, which is crazy to say I have an 18-year-old. I did have her young, but still, that's crazy. I cannot believe it. It's exciting and sad all at the same time. It's definitely a new chapter for us as parents and her as a child because she's gained responsibility now and more freedom, which for her is very exciting, but for us is challenging to say the least, because I just want to keep her safe. And obviously we know more about the world, but we also have to let her go and let her experience life and make her own mistakes. So it's a struggle. If you have ever had an 18-year-old, you know what I'm talking about, but it is wild. So I have a 4-year-old and an 18-year-old and one in the middle there, but that's crazy. So she's graduating in May, and then I have one going in kindergarten. So one going in college, one going in kindergarten. That is wild. But it's exciting too. I'm really thankful that happened that way, because I think I would be really sad if my kids were all grown at the same time and like I was an empty nester all at once. I think that would make me sad. So I think it worked out the way it was supposed to. But anyways, that is going on. And of course, part of being an adult, it's Wednesday, so she has school, and then after school she has work. I don't know why she didn't take the day off work. I told her she should, but she said she didn't care. So we kind of celebrated yesterday. We went out to eat and stuff. But today, when she comes home from school, I'm going to have her gifts and things ready for her. And she's also going to celebrate some this weekend with like boyfriend and friends and things like that. So it's kind of like her whole birthday week. But that being said, I'm just trying to get this voiceover done so I can get ready, leave the house, go run a couple last minute errands and get those things that I need to get, because I was so last minute this year. I went out yesterday to do it, but it was Veterans Day yesterday and the town was just absolutely insane. And I literally was there in town and I said, nope, not today. And I turned around and came home because I was like, I cannot deal. It is so crazy where I live. We have so many people. Traffic is insane. And because it was Veterans Day, it was like level 20. So I've got to do that last minute today. So I'm currently sitting in my robe with my heated blanket on, trying to get this voiceover done so that I can go get ready and run out and run those errands really quickly and get that done. But also, side note and random, I've been so dizzy since yesterday. I laid down for a nap last night, but yesterday afternoon. And whenever I woke up, I was very dizzy. I was feeling very dizzy at dinner. I felt very dizzy all the way until the time I went to bed. And then when I woke up this morning, I didn't feel dizzy right away. I remember thinking like, oh, maybe it's gone. I feel a little better. And then almost instantly I felt dizzy again. And it's like when I move my head real fast or like look down or change my position, I feel dizzy. So I don't know what's going on. This has happened before, but yeah, I feel really dizzy. So that's not great. I'm hoping I feel better because I've got to drive. So anyways, hopefully it's just like, because it was literally 20 degrees and then it goes from 20 to 60 right now in the South. Our weather is so moody and bipolar, and that always makes us sick. So that's probably what's going on. But anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed this chatty clean with me. If you don't like chatty videos, you can always head over to my music only channel, but definitely stay tuned because behind the scenes are now. Ugh, why? Gross. Why isn't it closing? You know, I am setting up the camera and, oops, what am I doing? Seems crooked. Anyways, I'm setting up the camera and I hit record to tell you that I just almost stopped it. Oh Lord. I'm gonna start this over. I just dropped a knife and it almost stabbed me in the toe. Said knife. Anyways, I don't know what's going on with me today. And also, why is this crooked? I don't understand. Oh, is this it? No? I don't understand. It's crooked and I don't understand. Okay, maybe that's not crooked. And I need to go up one. Is that better? No, I need to come over here to get better lighting. See? You need the natural lighting. All right, maybe I need to come down. Perfecto. Oh no, I knocked my candle over. Oh boy.
And we didn't get to close until like, I think she finally closed December like the 18th or something.
Oh, trust me, you're preaching to the choir.
As they've been moving out, there's no holes in the walls.
Right.
You know, or
Man, costume. Oh my gosh, it's so little. I remember when he wore this. It makes me so sad. I wish I wouldn't have found that. Now, what do I do? I don't know what I'm doing. Do I roll it now? I can't see. My brain doesn't work like a normal person's. I can't think something all the way through. I have to do it. And now I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm going to have to watch a video. Wait. Jessica, you can do this. I have faith in you. So what am I doing here? Let's think. We are getting somewhere. Oh, I know there's an easier way. I could cry. Why did I ever get a duvet? I hate them. I didn't even know that this thing went that tall, I don't think. Holy crap. That actually might not have been her fault. That might have gotten washed in there. But why would I wash bedding with her dress? So it probably is her fault. Ow!